to show you two very important exercises to do when you've got back disc pain, and they're for the really beginner early days of back problems of disc pain, and this is for the low back. They're very gentle. Everything you do related to exercise and your disc is gentle and within your pain limits. The first one, lying on your back. Arms can be wherever you want them to be, and you can do this in bed in the morning, and your feet together, and just rolling your legs down to one side and coming back up and down to the other side. Nice and gentle, and this must only be within your pain limits. If all you can manage is this, that's absolutely fine. Really slow, really controlled, and not into pain at all. Whenever there's pain in an area, especially sharp acute nerve pain, the body's core muscles switch off, they get inhibited. And this seems counterproductive. We need them more than ever at this time. So what we have to do in rehabbing any condition, but especially with your back, is to try and get those muscles firing again to help protect your back. The core muscles wrap around you, they start at your spine and they wrap around and they insert into your pubic bone and they act like a corset. So we need to try and get those connecting again. They should be automatic, but when there's pain, you get inhibition. When the pain goes away, those muscles don't get activated again on their own. You have to retrain them, and that's why people often get chronic back problems. There's two ways to do this. Lying on your back, feet hip distance apart, and from here you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you want to think of pulling your belly button in towards your spine, or for a woman, you want to think of pelvic floor muscles, so trying to hold in a wee, and for a man, you want to think of lifting your scrotum with the muscles, and you want to try and hold that in there. The place to feel it is if you put your fingers on your hip bones, and your fingers in and down a little bit, you should feel when you connect, always on a breath out, you should feel those muscles push into your fingers a little bit. But there's no massive tilt, there's no bracing, it's just a very controlled pelvic floor lift and flattening of the stomach. Another way to do it is on your hands and knees. So from here, in this position, if you relax your stomach completely, and then I'll pull my shirt up so you can see, you relax your stomach completely, and then keeping your back dead still, you want to think of putting your belly button in towards your spine. And you see that it went up there. So if I relax my hand, if I relax my stomach into my hand, I now want to pull my belly button out of my hand, but I keep my back dead still. So relax, and on a breath out, I'm pulling up here, and it's really low, deep contraction. And then you try and hold that for 10 seconds. A very good mobility exercise, actually for the disc, to try and help the discs relocate back into their position if they're bulging out, is one of these Mackenzie extensions, we call. So you relax your legs, and I actually want you to roll your heels outwards, so your bottom is completely relaxed. I don't want any connection of your bottom, nice and wobbly. Then lying flat, there's two options. In the very acute phase, you would come up onto your elbows, we call this puppy prone, and you just relax there. Remember, my bum's not engaged, and I just completely relax here. And you hold this for 2 minutes every hour, and that's it. For the first couple of days, if you're very sore, and if this hurts, you go down a little bit lower. And it's just trying to help get that disc back into its place, settle it. It really works. When you're feeling a little bit more mobile, have your hands in front of you, as far forward as you need, you'll see why. And from here, keeping your bum relaxed, make sure that's relaxed, and you're just using your arms, pushing up. And you can see my back arching. Don't work your bum, relax the bum, and then coming down. And again, if you need to have your hands further, so you don't arch your back as much, it's absolutely fine. None of this must be sore. And you go for 10. And down. So every hour you want to try and do the rolling the knees side to side, and either the puppy prone or the pushing up every single hour. It's also very important with very acute disc pain that you avoid sitting. Sitting is probably one of the worst things you can do. So either lying down or walking around. Walking is great, just walking around your house, your garden for 5-10 minutes, just to try and get blood flow. The discs have got a very poor blood supply of their own, so they rely on blood coming to the area from external sources. So if you're applying heat to the area through a wheat bag, happy hugger, hot bath, walking, exercise brings blood to the area. If you've got incredible muscle spasm with your disc, then ice. Ice helps dampen that muscle spasm. Every day, try and do the movement, the exercises, just to try and settle that disc so that you can get through this very acute phase.